The atmosphere around southern Sudan is pregnant with the great expectations of the almost 15 million people in the mostly Christian south. Up to 3.2 million of these people have been confirmed to have registered to vote within the borders of southern Sudan at a referendum to determine whether the south should remain united with the north as one state or separate to become an independent southern Sudan state. The excitement is almost palpable.
I don't think that that is the people who are waiting unity. I don't think that that is the unity. But there is no unity. Even for us, we are voting for separation.
We want to separate because separation, when it's separate, we want to develop our county.
We are all geared towards one thing, which is that we have to get independence. We're going to get independent by 9th January, and that is the mood, and that is the way everybody is going to vote.
The euphoria within the 10 states of southern Sudan has perhaps muffled some of the voices of those who still believe that southern Sudan and northern Sudan should stay united.
I can't wait for that day when my people are free and free forever.
Those campaigning for separation insist that the southerners have been alienated from the Muslim north for over 50 years.
Until now, the Khartoum have taken us toward Arab world. We have been called as Arabs. Do I look Arab for you? Look at me. What is an Arab about me? Nothing about Arab. I am an African. I see myself as part of the East Africa. I am more close at home with you in Kenya than those who are in Saudi Arabia and Iraq and other places. So for me, my future is in East Africa.
Most of the people in the north, although they are African Arabized, they look at themselves as Arabs and they identify with Arab nationality and Arab identity. While people of Southern Sudan completely identifies with Africa and African culture and African identity. This has completely created a problem that up to today has to be answered.
According to the provisions of the Sudanese Referendum Act, a vote to secede must reach at least 60% of valid votes cast to make a decisive choice. The belief that this will be achieved seems to be riding on the feeling of alienation by the southerners.
If you want to marry a girl from northern part, we cannot accept you. So we are not the brother.
We are so excited about the referendum for so many reasons. One of them, we had a protracted war that lasted for 21 years, and number two, Southern Sudan was actually marginalized in a lot in terms of development, in terms of infrastructure, and then the war was very devastating to us. That's why we are hoping that this referendum, as soon as it is over, we shall be having our own separate state of Southern Sudan.
In 5 years, the people of Northern Sudan have failed to make the unity of Sudan attractive to the people of Southern Sudan. And because of that, it has now motivated the people of Southern Sudan that this unity we have been living in for the last 50 years had not helped us at all and has been a useless unity. So why can't we try the separation and we see how we go from there?
Some of those in southern Sudan, like this butcher Edward Kenyi, have begun reaching out to their relatives who went to seek a better life in the north to return home and help rebuild it, expecting nothing short of a vote for total separation.
When there is time now, let them come back. I don't want them to be there. When we separate, I think that those people there cannot agree to them to sit together with them.
Khartoum have decided that Sharia and Islamic is going to be the case. And they have been lying to people of South Sudan, that they want unity. It was a deception. Now they have come to tell the truth to the people. Now I'm appealing to South Sudanese who are still in the north. Let them know that their future is here in South Sudan.
The Comprehensive Peace Agreement is actually a series of agreements comprising 6 chapters and 2 annexures, painstakingly negotiated and signed between the Sudanese People's Liberation Movement SPLM and the government of Sudan. After successfully stopping the civil wars and launching the timetable towards the referendum for the Southern Sudan section, the 2 chapters of the CPA that could describe why the stakes are so high today are Chapter 2 of the CPA on power sharing and Chapter 3 of the CPA on wealth sharing. Because while the Northern Sudan section sees itself as losing part of its territory and enormous resources, the Southern Sudanese people see themselves as finally getting the power for self-determination. Now, Otieno, KTN, on the banks of the River Nile in central Equatoria State in Southern Sudan.